Hi, good morning all. Well, the moment of truth has arrived once again.
Hello? Yes?
You want to talk about our test of test? I think this is it, guys. This is it. We are confronted with all our fears going into this game today. We're playing a really good defensive, hard-hitting team against a team that doesn't play good defense and doesn't hit for their life. So we're going to see how this mixes out. This team, this Winnipeg team, folks, is built for the playoffs. And yes, I got Homer on. I'm putting on my good luck charm today. For those of you that are new to the channel, this is the jersey I wear. It's kind of a good luck charm. I wear maybe once, twice a year when needed, especially in the draft. I usually have this on. Okay, so let's have a little fun with this, talk about it, because this is not going to be easy, which rightfully so, it shouldn't be. I don't want an easy road, guys. I want it to be hard. I want the boys to really... Give me a sec, guys. It happened again. My glasses. I want a tough road to the playoffs because that way they'll toughen up, you know, if they get in. You know, I figure might make a video on it. We'll do an Inside the Numbers video and look at the schedule and break it down and see, you know, exactly what we need to finish, I think, to get in. I figure from this point on, we got to be 8 games over 500 the rest of the year. That should do it. 14 games over should do it this year with an old Washington team and an old Pittsburgh team that are ready to fall, I believe, both of them. Pittsburgh I wouldn't write off as easy, but Washington for me just has the feel like a team that is going to crash and burn like the Islanders have, which I talked about before, the Islanders. Watch out for the Islanders to go like this too. These teams are getting older, guys. It's only normal. It's nothing for their franchises to be ashamed of. You know, they won cups over in Pittsburgh and Washington, right? The Islanders made 2 conference finals. It's, you know. Okay, the last 10 games, Winnipeg, where are we? 6-4-0. It's okay. Sabres now, their last 10 games, guys, are 5-4-1 still. That's because of the losing streak before. But we've won 4 in a row. And... Winnipeg has lost their last game, 2-1, you might recall. Now at home, the Jets are 17-6-0. 17-6-0. And the Sabres on the road are 14-7-1. This should be a good game. This should be a good game. And the only thing I worry about in a game like this is their size and their physical play over us. Really. The rest of it, and their goaltending, they got the edge too. But UPL, if he gets the start, I think Comrie might get the start. I'm just going to guess they might go with Comrie in this game against his old team. Maybe. Or is Comrie totally out of our plans now? You know, it's one or the other, guys. If Comrie doesn't get this start, I got a feeling they're just going to move him. They might. You know, it's kind of a story where, you know, maybe we should have went with UPL right from the start of the season, but... Anyway, it is what it is, so we'll see how it all pans out. So, yeah, going into this game, Winnipeg right now are 31-17-1, 63 points, and the Sabres are 25-19-3, a very respectable 6 games over 500, guys, for 53 points. Right now, as we sit looking at that wild card, 3 points out, 3 games in hand. Let me check out the game of the night besides us is Pittsburgh at Washington. Folks, we don't want that to go to overtime. We want somebody to win in regulation. We don't want both teams getting points tonight that are the 2 teams are trying to catch. It's preferable one of them just gets 2. Philly's at Minnesota. Detroit's at Montreal. And... Detroit usually fare well in Montreal, actually. That's about it, I think, for the teams that we got to keep an eye on. I think it's pretty much a formality now. I think the Devils are getting in the playoffs this year, folks, and they deserve it. Good for them. 18-2-2 on the road. Tell me that's a team that doesn't deserve to get in. 8-1-1 their last 10. After it looked like they were going to collapse a bit, they snapped out of it. Lindy has them going again over there. This is a nice story, this New Jersey team, and it would be a double nice story if the Sabres got in with them in the same year. These two young teams both get in the playoffs. It'd be quite a story, right? Quite a changing of the guard over in the East, guys. So today, if I had it my way, I'd put UPL back in if it was up to me. I would have UPL right back in there. What he brought to the table, especially the way we closed that game out. I did see the third eventually, and I would put UPL back in. They might want to rest him. I wouldn't be too cautious with a guy that young. I would just throw him right back in there. Look, his health is good this year. I was worried about UPL when it came to injuries this year. So far, so good. I mean, even Allmark over in Boston isn't hurt. So the goalies, for some reason this year, aren't getting hurt out there, which is nice to see. If they can get this game, okay, and I know that's a big if, but if the Sabres can get this game, we are just rolling again, like if we win this game. So I think if we win this game, we're going to win in Minnesota. I really do. Why not just carry it right through and then come home staring the playoffs right in the eye, coming home, Don't be shocked if we lose the next two games either, though, guys. We got to stay calm. We got to take what we got on this road trip so far. Put it this way, tonight, if we got just 1 point and lost in overtime, yes, it would really suck, but yes, I'd be thrilled with a point when it's all said and done, if we get a point out of this thing. So I'm looking for guys, I'm just like a bird looking for bird seeds, really, at this point. Not empty shells. I just want to get anything we can at this point on this trip now. Anything on this is gravy now that we get on this trip, because this trip, we've achieved the goal. My goal, anyway, was 2-2. Now, anything's better than 2-2. Anything. So if we can get one more, would be just amazing. I would prefer this one, of course, because this is the one we're not supposed to have a chance. Winnipeg's a big physical team, guys. They're everything that we're not in that department. They can be very hard-hitting team when they put their mind in. This is a team I've been saying for years. They're built for the playoffs, Winnipeg. They're big, physical. They got good goaltending. They got rid of Paul Maurice, which I think is a blessing, honestly. I've never been a big Paul Maurice fan. I'm about as much of a fan of Paul Maurice as a coach as I was Leonard as a goalie. Not the same kind of hate for Paul Maurice, but I've just never been a big Paul Maurice fan. So I think right now that the Sabres, this is going to be a team that's, and Paul Maurice says, if you notice, there's something wrong with Florida. There's just something wrong. They might have to make a coaching change over there and get rid of Paul Maurice, but that's another story. So today, if the Sabres can be standing at the bell, is all I care right now. Get it to overtime somehow, some way. If we don't, and we lose this game in regulation, I think we'll all be able to hack it and just really get ready for Minnesota to close this trip out. So I'm looking for one more win. One more win. Of course, I'll be looking for all four if we win today, but put it this way. Minnesota, guys, is the furthest thing from my mind right now. It's the furthest thing. I don't even want to worry about Minnesota. I could care less if Minnesota is looking amazing and hammer us 8-0 in that game. I'm more concerned about this game right now. If we can get this game past regulation time and be standing, I'll be very happy with that. So I'll leave it there. We'll talk about it tonight in the post game. Go Sabres! Let's rack up another win. My goodness, if we get another one. And I'll rub Homer's head. It's all done, guys. The tradition is done. The Homer tradition is done. We'll see if it works tonight, all right? Because it's worked before. So, that's why I don't pull out Homer too often. But we'll see if Homer works. He's due for a win. Also, he lost the last two, I think, or something, right? Last year? Can't remember. All right, guys. See you in the next one.